Welcome to another episode of my Motortown playthrough. Today it's time for some special operations involving the rotator. Last time I quickly showed you guys the main purpose of that vehicle, but in terms of making the crane useful, you have to be a bit inventive for the most part. There are a few jobs where you can actually make good use of it, but usually you're just gonna be using it as a tow truck. However, for today, I have something very special planned. We are, of course, at the sawmill, and there's a particular reason for this. You may remember in downtown there's this one little construction site which is actually pretty tough to get into. And I decided that I'm going to deliver some planks over here. Usually with a semi-truck, it's very hard to get through the gate and then actually reach the delivery point inside the place because it's all just completely blocked off by stuff everywhere. So why not just take the trailer and lift it over the wall? I mean, we got the rotator crane and we are going to make good use of it. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to work, but I want to at least try it out. So first things first, we need the trailer and we need to load it. I might actually need to go a bit further beyond this because, well, you guys know I'm very modest. I'm always approaching things in a sensible way, and I'm totally going to be using the biggest trailer that I have in this game, which is of course one of the Lobo vans. I just need to find my own one to not take one from the AI vehicles that I have here. So we are going to be taking this one, and we are also not going to just be using the Lobo in order to transport it. No, I'm going to try and use the underlift in order to get this thing where it needs to go. It's a very normal, reasonable operation. I'm not doing this at night in order to evade any police officer or something. Okay, let's see if this actually works. I hope I can even load the stuff from this configuration, but we'll have to see. Okay, can I get a connection? Yep. So the landing gear should be able to go up now. Might have to tilt up the underlift a little bit. That should suffice. So let's see if I can get this thing loaded and what it will be doing once I get all the what was it, 60 tons of planks in here. This is going to be tough. Okay, we need to actually get it to the correct construction site here. So let's zoom in because I need 12 planks going over here. Zooming in doesn't really help much, but this should be the correct one. Let's check it. Yep. So fully load this one up. 12 tons, I think the vehicles are kinda, yeah, there's stuff going on. It appears that we don't really have much ground contact anymore. And I think we may need it. Okay, this is actually really bad. I might have to use the Lobo after all, but ideally I want to try and, yeah, just get the truck to do the delivery as well. Okay, lifting that one up gets us further up, which is not really what we want. I think we might be scraping, so... Okay, I think I need to get the Lobo after all. Hey, was worth a shot. But this thing isn't going to work otherwise, I don't think. So I guess I'm gonna have to leave this one behind for the time being and at least get the trailer into downtown using the intended tractor. Kinda boring if you ask me, but sure, what else? For a moment I actually thought I could just drive in sideways, but no, we actually have to hit the fifth wheel connector. So yeah, this is pretty much the heaviest load in this game that can be predictably loaded. There's some things with containers that could potentially be heavier than this, I think, but yeah, this is cargo that you know the weight of and you can easily load the same amount for other jobs, so yeah. I knew what I was doing, I just don't know if I can succeed with it. Also, funnily enough, with my two winches on the crane, they have a combined maximum weight of 40 ton. So if this thing can actually be lifted off the ground, I'm not entirely sure of. You know what? Screw you. Time to drive. So let's just get this thing over, and once we are back in downtown, I just spawn in the rotator someplace. There should be some parking lots nearby. There gotta be some somewhere. And from that point on, we should be able to hopefully lift this up. I'm not even too sure yet where I'll be setting up the rotator. There's gonna be some place for it. Likely on the construction site itself, since I don't need to get in there with the actual trailer. At least not the regular way. Oh my god, another rolling roadblock of my own making. Can't you just go? Okay, he really waited for me to stop. At least he can navigate the turn, so that's good. The info is still behind me, so that guy might be trying to sue me once I stop. Not entirely sure, but I don't think my little maneuver pushing him into the intersection was all that legal. We'll have to see about it. I hope he just turns off at some point, because I won't be stopping for him or any of his complaints. I have a job to do today. And nobody's paying me to not be a menace. Always gotta keep that in mind. Still behind me. At least that thing is handling well today. I had some troubles in the past. I would just spin up the truck and then jackknife the trailer or something, but today it's actually going quite well. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned it, but I hope this is just going to continue. Also, I might need to stop for fuel sooner or later. I kinda wish there was another gas station over here somewhere, because this area is actually pretty barren in that sense. Oops, almost flipped it. Got another car stuck over there. I should maybe try and avoid the way station, because that's coming up. Most have been planned out in a way that they are easy enough to avoid. I just need to go onto the side road here. Not that it's really worth going around the thing for the 3k fine, but I mean, why not? And that's the trick. Just need to go into that more decrepit road, which is likely suffering because all of those overloaded vehicles are going to choose that one. Yeah, low fuel warning, but we should be alright. Maybe I'll just leave the trailer at a location where I can pick it back up with the rotator and take the Lobo for a spin at the gas station. The next one is actually in Gangyang, so I have to go a bit further in that, but should be alright. Should also be easy enough to spawn in the rotator at that location, so might just do it like that, and if I need the Lobo again for something else, I will at least have it set up in order to do stuff again. But first up, let's check out the construction site. Of course, there is no way for us to get in there with this consist as it is. But there's actually a nice little parking lot over here which I might utilize. Let's just drive into oncoming traffic and park it right here. I guess I'll need to get the rotator on the other side of the wall, and then I should be able to grab this thing from there. But yeah, this is the one time where I actually need to do a proper parking job here. Also, I need to make sure that I align the truck again so I can extend the landing gear. Yeah. Oh, I was aiming for this thing, but I must have hit the landing gear instead. But yeah, let's unhook the trailer and let's just drive away with only the semi. And here we go, just refueling. I hope in the next few days I can find the time and energy to take care of the PC. I'm kind of tired of this old one, especially in situations like this. The aliasing just looks awful. But yeah, that whole thing with the PC, it has just been such a pain in the ass the last time around, and with how this year ended up, I'm just not really in the mood for this. Because part of me still thinks that this time around it's going to be a pain again. I mean, I already tried replacing the power cables and power supply units, so it wasn't like a small job either. It was more like a medium job, but if I have to take off the entire motherboard and replace that with another one, yeah, it's like basically completely rebuilding the entire thing, and I don't want to do that. I really don't. That's likely going to be the last thing I do before then likely just getting a complete replacement. I just want to have a PC that's pre-assembled at this point, just so that if I run into these kind of things again, I may take out my disk drive, but everything else can just be, yeah, packaged into one box and shipped off again for somebody else to take care of it. I liked building my own PCs, but this time around it's really just been horrible. Anyways, let's get back on track. We finally have our rotator again, so should be easy enough getting that one set up. And before this thing doesn't fit onto the construction site either, I think at that point that's gonna be a major problem. I guess I could get the trailer out of the way and just put the rotator where the trailer is right now and then just lift it up from one side of the road and over the fence into its target location. Not entirely sure. We'll have to figure this one out. But yeah, let's first try and bring the rotator into location. I didn't think this part through, to be honest. Okay, need to cut that turn a bit tighter. Okay, this is actually looking almost alright. Just trying to not fully tip this over, but I think I'm pretty close to that. Okay. Bit of a cheaty trick, but hey, we are just here to do a job and we do whatever it takes. So let's just pull it where we need it to go. Are you serious? Ugh, Jesus Christ. Oh. That was easy, just need a bit of little encouragement. Yeah, let's just pull ourselves closer to that. Oh, we actually passed it already, so maybe pull ahead a little bit and then turn around. Okay, I'm making a mess of it now in a different direction. God, the brakes on this thing really seems sluggish. Don't know if I upgraded them. I always put on the better brake pads, but I'm not entirely sure if I upgraded just the brake force itself. Anyways, we are pretty much where I need this thing to be. I would like to reverse park on that dirt hill. I'm not entirely sure if that's actually a good idea, but yeah, I would like to get as close to the wall over there as possible. There's actually still space for my outriggers, so this might be good as it is right here. Okay, let's check. I need to open this stupid door. There are too many other interactions right here. Okay, center outrigger, let's go. And if I press the button, both sides are going to extend very slowly because I forgot to throttle up again. Oh, this is not good. Stop it. I mean, this isn't too bad either, but I'm not entirely sure about the left one standing on the table. That's going to have to endure a lot of load there. But hey, let's try. Let's get the right one down. Left one just needs to stay wherever it is. I mean, I'm sure the little wooden makeshift table there is going to endure. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's not do it in a stupid way again, and also throttle up. Maximum extension for maximum stability. For a moment I thought, hey, it's good the smoke has stopped on the table, but yeah, that was more temporary. I mean, we should be stable here. And you can't ride stable without tables, so this should be extra good. Also, we have our little Devil May Cry 5 meme chair in case anything goes wrong. So that's all amazing. Okay, let's see. First off, let's get the crane up for getting a bit of clearance for every other operation. Then we now need to put it all the way back, I reckon. Before I park this thing, I'm not entirely sure if there's enough space for the trailer, but we'll make do with it. All the way to the back. Turn to the right. Should be ideally setting up the middle of the crane somewhere above the front axle. Let's see how far out this thing goes. I'm not sure if we can reach it, but we are going to try. I mean, yeah, this is maybe a bit short, but we'll be fine. If it doesn't work, we are going to make it work. So let me go and grab the winch hooks over here. So that's the one from the right, and I think I want it somewhere over here. The other one is going to go somewhere in the back. I would say I'm afraid of what's going to happen next, but no, I'm actually kind of terrified to find out. Our vehicles in a lower condition again. They really need refreshing so often now, it's annoying. Also, I don't know what happened to my paint job. This seems odd. Didn't notice that before. Anyways. Also, why am I even in the vehicle? I need to go to the back. Okay, let's see. We are going to pull in the winches now. And it seems like the truck is moving, which is not a good sign here. Okay, I guess I gotta have to try and lift up the thing with the crane and... Oh, it's not really doing much. Okay, I mean, listen. I knew there was a potential problem with this entire operation, and that has everything to do with the winches in total not having as much lift weight, whatever, as the trailer is heavy. So, yeah, I knew this was going to be a potential issue, and this is actually where my whole temporary profile here, my copied account, might actually come in handy, because this stupid thing has a stupid solution. Let me just check something. We have a bongo here, we have the Lomax for some reason. So I guess I'm gonna have to drive over there again, because, well, if one rotator isn't enough, we can go and buy a second one. I would like something faster, please. I hope the stuff doesn't flip over once I come back into the area, once I load it again. That might be an issue, but we'll have to just find out. Maybe I should have disconnected the crane cables beforehand. But yeah, I'll just buy a second one, upgrade the winches, and then we should be back in business. I don't think it needs anything else fancy. So this is the leftover from my showcase video and that kind of stuff. So let's just buy another one. It's just 620k. It's okay. Okay, definitely want to equip another transmission here. I don't like the 13 speed or whatever we are dealing with here. So let's see, powertrain, might as well put in another top power engine. Get a 6-speed. And then just upgrade the winches. Okay, just these two. I don't need the bottom winch there, that doesn't matter too much. Just this one, and that should be good. So let's teleport back to Gangyang and hope that my other stuff over there doesn't just spontaneously explode. That would be bad. Truck, yeah. So if you see a trailer or truck flying away at the horizon, we are just going to then end the episode, I guess. If not, I'm happy to make this a longer one, but I would really like to get this done today if possible. Okay, stuff's still standing, so that's looking okay. Just gonna turn this one around because I would actually like to move it over the back of the truck so I get a bit more reach out of it. I actually need to keep this one on. Okay, we know the deal. Throttle up. I think I can do this with the buttons. Just gonna try and deactivate these now. Okay, that's all good. So let's put them down. I hope we'll get a better menu for this at some point. This right now just seems to be the same thing as always for these kind of interactions, but there are a few too many things happening right here for that to make a lot of sense. Like the list is just going on for way too long in order to make this really that comfortable to use. Oh yeah, this one. Okay, we should be stable here, so let's get back into the crane. So, crane up. And more importantly, move the crane backwards. I think the cable from the other one's disconnected, which is fine. I might just use this one to lift up the front, keep the back on the ground so that I don't need to take the entire weight as of yet. And then we'll lift up the back with the other one and then just go from there. If we can get the trailer completely off the ground, then we are on a good path here. But yeah, the crane needs to go further up, and maybe I should take care of connecting the cables first. Because this might get pretty hard to connect to in a moment. Pick up winch hook, pick up another one. And I'm just going to ignore the company vehicles for now. They've kind of been getting on my nerves a bit. I loved it when everything was synced up and all the vehicles would go to low and bad condition at the same time. But now it's randomized again and it's kind of just a pain. Okay, it's pulling, but I don't think it's going to be pulling up the whole thing. Oh wait, that's the rear winch. I kind of wish the rear winch was part of the underlift controls. Oh, the truck is struggling. But hey, we are actually lifting up the trailer now, so that's amazing. We are also kind of lifting up the front of our... This is not good. The Golema is tipping back and forth. Okay, maybe. I don't think we necessarily need the entire range of motion over here. So maybe if I move the crane back a little bit or forward. I don't think this is actually helping right now. Yeah, it's actually not going to make much of a difference because basically everything on the rotator is acting as one and the load is going to pull on it wherever it is. It might change something about where the actual weight of the crane is compared to the rest of the vehicle, but it's overall still going to apply the mass at the end of the crane, and that's always going to tip up the entire thing. Not good. At least my paint job is back, which is nice. Also, this thing is just nodding along. So let's connect these ones to the back. We are going to readjust the crane position in a moment. And now we need to get the winches back in. Just pull the cable. I'm not entirely sure if we can lift the thing up high enough or if we won't end up with both cranes collapsing, but I mean, this is an attempt. Whatever happens, happens. I got enough money for another rotator if I need it. Just saying. Okay, I think it's time to move the crane up. And yeah, maybe more force? Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, this is likely not happening from what I'm seeing here. Maybe if I move the crane back in to give it less leverage. Oh no, I'm just pulling the entire thing back there. So, yeah. I think we might call this highly unlikely to work out at this point. Because, yeah, you can see how this is going. The table didn't help much either. I'm just trying to get the winches now to cut the cable because I think that's the smarter play at this point. Oh, Jesus Christ, I think it's about to fully tip over. What? I just accidentally opened the door or something? Oh, fucking hell, I'm not even looking at that stuff. Okay, thank you. Crisis kinda averted. But yeah, that doesn't really help me get the stuff in, so I'm not entirely sure how to do this or if this is something that can actually be done. Looking at just this pipe rig over here, I think we might have a bit of trouble getting that above that anyways, so I might have to call it here, I guess. Maybe it could be done if I can get the back of a truck or even the front right up onto this little dirt hill, but yeah, that's going to make stuff a lot more difficult in a lot of other ways. So yeah, I think we can call this a bit of a failure. Interesting project in my opinion, but yeah, I think we're kind of done here. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any ideas on how to solve this and salvage the entire thing without just losing all the planks, let me know. Otherwise, yeah, I'm kind of out of ideas here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, God knows what and when we'll get to do anything here. So till then, have a good one and bye bye.